That's why when Allah Almighty gives someone their trust in their deputyship, believe me, they all go through trials and tribulations. Moses went through his trials and tribulations. Allah even set him up when he killed somebody. So you have to realize that when Allah Almighty increases your wealth, that is because He wants you to be charitable. And when Allah Almighty decreases your wealth, that is because He wants you to be patient. Both are acts of faith. So when we have wealth, we become haughty. Look what I did through my intelligence. This is mine. I ain't giving y'all nothing. You begin to hoard. People begin to suffer. There are 7 billion people on the planet, and yet the sun that shines in the sky is enough to shine on everybody in the whole world. That's a sign that it is enough sustenance for everyone. If people could sell and hoard the sun, believe me, they would be doing it. If they could hoard the oxygen, they would be doing it. We pay a water bill, they try to do that. We pay electrical bills, gas bills. This is from Allah Almighty. We done sold our souls to Shaitan. We are representatives of Shaitan, running into the mosques, running into churches, and running into the synagogues. Perpetrating reality. Thinking, don't nobody see me. I do what I want to do. If I'm not around these people or that people, don't nobody know who I am, where I am. You don't know. You don't know. If Allah Almighty can work through His deputies to bring Bilqis' throne within a twinkling of an eye, Allah Almighty can have one of His deputies in 124,000 places at one time, and they are aware of every place that they are. Who is Allah Almighty? How can we explain or express such a being with such might and such power, such wisdom? It's beyond our comprehension. Why would you sell your soul to lose that contact? That is sad. A sad example of someone who says that they're a good person. You're fake. Lying to the people, cheating the people. There's a consequence for that. You're never going to be safe from that. No one can ever save you from that except the wrath has to clean you now. The mercy hits you. The warning hits you. The wrath will clean you. Allah makes all kinds of examples of us. He shows us a good example of a good example, and He shows us a good example of a bad example. We're all in a race. The angels were betting against us. Say, oh Lord, you're going to create creation? This new creation? They're going to shed blood. They're going to be lying and stealing and killing and doing all kinds of things. And yet you're putting in them of yourself, and they are disregarding that, neglecting that, and listening to Shaitan. Allah says, I know what you know not. Allah said, there will be some among them will be true gangsters. There will be true fighters. They will fight themselves. They will fight that part of themselves that keep them from the reality, keep them from their deputyship. They see the value of becoming Allah Almighty's deputy. When they don't have, they're just patient. And when they do have, they give. They will never leave their trust. And that's why Allah grants them their trust. Those are the sincere ones, the trustworthy ones. Those are the ones that Allah sends us to. We get an opportunity to be tested, to see if we are worthy for our deputyship. And don't think Allah's not going to throw all kinds of tests, trials, and tribulations before us. It's going to be money, honey, funny, sunny, cunny, runny. The test will come from the left, the right, the front, the back. Allah tests us to see who is best in conduct. There's nothing, no matter how big the trial is, how difficult the difficulties are, is never greater than Allah Almighty. You can always come out on top of it. Just like I used to reflect on when I was a kid and I had cats, and I used to always throw them up in the air. No matter how I throw them, they'd land on their feet. A real deputy of Allah Almighty they always land on their feet. Because it's Allah Almighty whom they look to. They don't look to this world for their sustenance. Allah makes the world to serve them, while they serve Allah Almighty. Why are we here? Why are we here? Allah has sent us here to bring about the balance. Anytime Allah Almighty starts to raise up any people that have any kind of sense and rationality, and they are sincere, Allah Almighty puts them among the people. They're like the sugar in the tea. They give the sweetness to the tea. They are the sweetness in the society. If they're not in the society, then the society will be bitter. No sweetness, no love, no wisdom, no favors, no blessings. And Shaitan used those people to take away the sweetness of the society when they allowed the army of the Quraysh, Khalid bin Walid, to attack beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Shaitan was trying to remove the sweetness. And Shaitan also is still trying to remove the sweetness. But he ain't gonna get nothing but a butt kicking up in here.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
This is the wrong place to be a agent of Shaitan. We'll show you the bust out anyway. Anytime you get it twisted or doubted, we'll show you that you shouldn't doubt it. It just calls you to be outed. Your blessings frozen. It's like you're a multi-millionaire and they freeze your account. Now you can't pay your mortgage, you can't pay your car note, you can't pay for your children's education. Your money is frozen. Because you can't be trusted. It's feasibility. Nothing is for us. We don't even belong to us. How we can't even keep ourselves to ourselves. There was one servant of Allah Almighty, and Allah shows all kinds of examples, and we are very, very funny. In our mentality, Shaitan teaches us that we're the end-all, be-all. And he was in town, and was such corruption in town and such a ruckus and stuff, he couldn't rest, he couldn't have any peace, so he went up in a mountain somewhere far in the mountains to stay in the mountains. Then there was someone who was around in the valley of that mountain and saw a whole bright light. It was a beautiful rock. And he said, I got to have it. And he climbed up that and was just chipped out. Can you imagine you all quiet and peaceful and somebody knock? You said, what the heck is that? He asked, oh Allah, why are you sending this person to disturb me? Allah saying, I'm sending you to disturb you. I'm sending you to work.